Hello, Net and YouTube. Hello, everybody. Hello, Net and YouTube. Hello, everybody. Hello, Net and YouTube. So, anyway, hello, everybody, and welcome to Net and YouTube. Welcome back to Net and YouTube, the only platform left. So, now we'll be on, it's the only platform I use. So, this is where you'll find me. So, you're on the right place. And sorry about TikTok. We're going to rescue TikTok. But I'll tell you more about that when people arrive. Right now, I just want to say, YouTube can be as good or better than TikTok used to be, not because of the features. Yeah, the features don't work. Like the mechanics of YouTube cannot compete with TikTok. TikTok was way better than YouTube in that regard. But the real feature of TikTok was the people. The real feature of TikTok, the thing that made TikTok so great was the people, the content. And yeah, I guess a lot of that content will still be there. I mean, they're not going to kick everybody off for dancing, and anybody who was there for dancing is still going to get plenty of dancing on TikTok. And good for you. And thank you guys for being the um the culture where dancing trends grow and stuff. I mean, that's what they always kind of dismiss TikTok as a dancing app. If you didn't go on there, you'd think it was dancing. But when you go on there, you realize that TikTok is all sorts of political stuff that you're not getting anywhere else. Well, not anymore. So if you're going to be getting that stuff, you're probably going to have to get it from YouTube. So welcome to Net and YouTube, Trump Talk refugees. We still need to rescue TikTok. So rescuing TikTok has always been an important thing to do. I've been talking about this for years, and TikTok has been increasingly captured in that time. To where the thing about the Oz books is they predict the future. I should probably tell this when I have an engaged audience member. But for people who watch this in the future, I'll go ahead and get it out of the way once, and I'll tell it again when we have an engaged audience. Oz books predict the future. There's magical things in the Oz books that occur as science after the books were written, like in the decades, in the century or so since the Oz books were written. Oh, we have Anon here, so we've got an intelligent person to talk to. Awesome. I rebuke the Nazi demons in the name of the goddess. Yes, and the Nazi demons have taken over TikTok. They've captured TikTok, they made it Trump Talk, and TikTok is kicking everybody off, right? Or everybody's abandoning TikTok. That's why I'm like, welcome back to Net and YouTube. I did this exact same live like some months ago because I'm always just ahead of what's going on. But now it's going on. Everybody's getting kicked off TikTok, or everybody's leaving TikTok because they went full fascist. They won't let you say Epstein anymore. They won't let you say Zionist anymore. Like, there's a lot of things that they're obviously trying to protect a certain group of people, Trump-Hooteniers, fascists. And so it's worthless as a platform, or it's quickly becoming worthless as a platform for the things we really liked about TikTok. As I was saying before you guys came in, people will probably still be dancing there. That's great. It's great that it'll be an incubator. I'm trying to think of what the word is for people's dances. It's going to be a great place to develop dances because it has a lot of features that work. And yeah, we don't have those features on YouTube. But the main feature that TikTok had that made it work so well was it lets you see things you like. Okay? Fashbook, Twitter, like we know from journalism about them that they maximize right-wing hate speech. They take the things that only 3 or 5% of people think, terrible right-wing hate speech, and they make it 90% of the content you see to enrage the maximum number of people. That's what Facebook and Twitter do. Everybody's so sick of the internet because all of our portals to use the internet are always bombarding us with racist Nazi shit. TikTok didn't do that. That's why everybody went to TikTok. Well, TikTok's doing it now, so where's everybody going to go? Upvote, I saw somebody say. Red Note, back the last time they did this. No, it's YouTube. I mean, we're going to come back to YouTube. And YouTube is terrible in all sorts of ways, but we just fix it. We just make YouTube better than TikTok ever was. Because again, the main good thing about TikTok was the people on there and the content they put. Well, TikTok's dead as far as they've banned saying Epstein, they've banned saying Zionist, they've banned all these things to protect the Zionist, Epstein, Trump-Hootenier sex trafficking rings, and people aren't going to put up with that. Yeah, people will probably still dance there. It'll probably become what they always called it. You know how you always felt smart because you knew the media was calling TikTok a dance app, and you're like, oh, it's so much more than dance. Well, it won't be for long. If you can dance, you'll probably enjoy being on TikTok. Or if you like to watch people dance, you'll probably enjoy being on TikTok. But it's going away, and the content the intelligent content, the discussion that was taking place on TikTok that made it so popular will be coming back to YouTube. So welcome to Net and YouTube TikTok refugees. We can say Nazi here. We can say Zionist here. We can say Epstein here. We can say kill and things like that. We can say all sorts of things that you guys have gotten used to as a culture not being able to say because of the influence of TikTok. So we can do some things better here. We can say Trump is a Nazi. We don't have to say Trump is a Yahtzee, or Trump is just a Nazi, or some bullshit that makes you seem like, you're a fucking rugrat, basically condoning Nazism because you can be so cutesy about it. No, Trump's a goddamn Nazi, or as I call him, a Trump-ootinier. He's a pedophile and a Nazi. That makes him a Trump-ootinier. So you got any comments in the chat yet? Yeah, fuck TikTok. TikTok is a piece of shit. But TikTok of Oz, the real TikTok, the robot man, okay, the real TikTok is good and our friend, and we need to rescue him. As I was saying before anybody showed up, books predict the future. So this one is 112 years old, and it predicts TikTok, the mechanical man of Oz. He's our friend. In this book, spoiler alert, you guys aren't going to read it probably. You should read it. They're really good books. And they're kids' books. Like, look how big the print is. You can read these books really quick. So they predict the future. And in this story, the bad guys, the evil gnome king, Ruggado, captures TikTok and throws him down a well. So he can't be of use to anyone because he's thrown down a well. That is the condition, metaphorically, that TikTok is in right now. All American TikTok users are cut off from the rest of the world. You can't say Epstein. You can't say Zionist. You can't talk about the things we want to talk about. So the fact that TikTok, the fact that the Nazis who took over TikTok, the fascists who took over TikTok, took away all the best things about it, means that people will be coming here for those things. I watched the movie Return to Oz. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Return to Oz has some things from the books. It's not, Return to Oz isn't a book, but it has some characters and things from the books. So it's a pretty good movie. It's, it perpetuates the same myth that the Wizard of Oz movie put out there. The Wizard of Oz movie is the most popular and influential movie ever made. And everybody knows it, but it misrepresents Oz. Everybody knows in The Wizard of Oz, it was all a dream. Well, in Return to Oz, it's all a psychotic fantasy or something. It's not. It's real. It's the fairyland. It's the future. It's the world where there's no money and no war. He might be stinky, but he's a fearless truth teller. So that makes him great anyway. See, that's the Shaggy Man. I identify with the Shaggy Man. The Shaggy Man's clothes are all shags. The Shaggy Man's clothes are all shags, but the Shaggy Man possesses the love magnet. Spoiler alert. So since Shaggy Man has the love magnet, anyone who sees him will fall in love with him and always love him. As long as whoever has the love magnet, anybody who sees them, everyone loves them. That's the Shaggy Man. Don't worry about the Nazis. The Nazis have no power here. Be gone, Nazis. Like, we can just mute them, okay? The thing about Nazis is they're not worth muting because that takes the effort of the thumb. All I need to do is curse the motherfucking Nazis, curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. And look, one of the ways this curse works is TikTok is going down. TikTok is decommissioned. TikTok is wound down. The thing about TikTok of Oz is he is a mechanical man. You wind up his actions, you wind up his thoughts, and you wind up his speech. And those three separate windings can run down at different speeds. So people can speak without thinking, or people can act without thinking, or they can act without the power of speech, or they can speech without the power of action. Yeah, Netanyahu's a Nazi. If you don't know Netanyahu's a Nazi, it's because you're a Nazi. Okay? If you know that Nazis are a bad thing to be, then you should be ashamed of yourself. And it's time to wake up and become a human again. You have dehumanized yourself by being a Nazi. If you're a Trump-ootinier, if you're a Zionist, if you're a Nazi, if you're a Klansman, if you support Trump, you have dehumanized yourself by being a Nazi. Thanks, Mr. Longleg. Thanks for your comment. Come on back. I don't think you're going to find anything else as anti-Trump on YouTube as this, or on the internet as this. So you found the right space. I appreciate it if you want to scroll around and look for something else. And you'll probably find somebody who's more attractive than I am, but you're not going to find anybody who's going to help you defeat Trump more than I am. So if you're here to end Trumpism, if you're here to wake up America and end Trumpism, then you're in the right place. No, only Trump Putineers are Nazis. The different opinion, to my opinion, and the opinion that all humans share of helping each other and being good people is Nazism. So I don't really disagree with any other philosophy besides Nazism, Trump Putineers, Zionism. It's the same thing. No, I'm not the real fascist. Like, you're the real fascist. You're the real Nazi. Your accusations are confessions. My accusations are not confessions. Because the difference is when I call you a Nazi, it's because you're a Nazi. When you call me a Nazi, it's because your feelings were hurt and you had to say the same thing back. But all the evidence points to you for supporting Trump. You're a Nazi. Oh, they fired Greg Bovino today. Love it. Insane and mentally ill. This guy looks like a fucking liberal. Oh, hey, it's the meth guy again. I'm rubber, you're glue. Dude, we shouldn't make fun of 12-year-olds, but you guys are making 12-year-olds look bad. Okay? Like, you don't have the intelligence to be here. Okay? That's why I read your comments in Russian. To identify that you're the stupidest people that have ever lived, Russians. Or you're Trumputineers. You might be American Trumputineers. You want to hear the Blue Fairy, James Wilson? I'll sing it for you. It's a very good suggestion. Songs often destroy the Nazis. Why do the Nazis always resort to personal attacks? I mean, not just personal attacks. It's all projection. The guy who says, you diddle 12-year-olds, diddles 12-year-olds. Like, no one was talking about that, right? He brought it up. That's always in his head. Molesting kids is always in their heads. They're always molesting kids in their heads. They're just a bunch of Nazi pedophiles. All right, I'll sing you the Blue Fairy. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, the Russians are the stupidest people ever. These are the stupidest people that have ever lived. Russians for supporting Putin, Trumputineers for supporting Trump, and Zionists for supporting Netanyahu. Those are the stupidest people that have ever walked the fucking planet. You could say that the Russians are smarter because for the chess, the Russians tricked the Trumputineers into doing their genocide. Then the Trumputineers tricked the Zionists into doing their genocide. But what happens is they're going to repay the Zionists with a genocide of their own. The Zionists did a genocide for the Trumputineers. Well, the Trumputineers are going to genocide the Zionists next. And guess what the Russians are going to do? The Russians are currently in the process of genociding the Trumputineers. Gun owners. Alex Preddy. Gun owner Alex Preddy, American hero and martyr Alex Preddy, who Trump targeted for having a gun. They're coming for your guns, okay? Putin has now instructed Donica Putinsky, his little minion, to take your guns. So yeah, you're stupider than the Zionists because you convinced the Zionists to do a genocide for you. And yeah, you think you're smart because you're going to genocide the Zionists next. But you're stupider than them because doing more genocides is stupid. And the Russians are stupider than you Trumputineers because they tricked you into doing this genocide against the American people. And then they're going to genocide you, gun owners. Like, the Russians have got you, stupid bitches. And you think, oh, that makes them smarter. No, it doesn't make them smarter because they're doing another genocide. The Russians are doing the genocide of the Palestinian people. Then they're going to do the genocide of the Israeli people. Then they're going to do the genocide of the American people. They're working on all of them. They've started all of these genocides. You guys are too stupid to realize it. But the Russians are therefore the stupidest. Yeah, they tricked other stupid people. They were the stupidest of the stupid. You see how this works? Smart people are for not genocide. Okay? Everybody smart, everybody with a brain, everybody with their own soul, everybody who hasn't become a Trumputineer zombie is for not genocide. You call us the left. You call us the progressives. There's one or two of us in chat. There's Anon, chess lover. Anon chess lover is anti-Nazi, I do believe. I think that's the only person whose comments we need to read. Anti-Semitism is a word used by Jewish Nazis to justify being Nazis. Exactly. The difference between Jewish people and Zionists is Nazism. If someone's Jewish, they're not a Nazi. But if they're a Zionist, they are a Nazi. Okay? You can stop being a Nazi by stop being a Zionist and just be Jewish again. Hmm. Steffelson. Steffelson. You're on the left, Steffelson? I can't remember. Steffelson said, Mystical 900, you seem pretty young. Politics is just a meme to you, huh? It's easy to not care about the economy when you still live with Mummy and she pays for everything. So one nice thing about Oz, again, the whole theme of this live is to say, welcome to Net and YouTube, TikTok refugees, because everybody's getting kicked off and leaving TikTok now. So welcome to Net and YouTube, TikTok refugees. I don't really expect people to be here yet, but it's the theme, it's the idea. Hopefully you'll find my channel. If you're used to TikTok and you cannot stand being back on YouTube because it fucking sucks, it's like your grandma's house or whatever, and you can't stand it, well, we're going to make it better. I'll tell you how to make it better. And remember how if you'd gotten on TikTok before everybody showed up, you could have a huge channel with all these, because you were there in time to catch the trend? Well, that's the way YouTube is now. YouTube is now in a position to catch the trend of all the refugees coming from TikTok. It's a lot more people than have been on YouTube. Like, people are casually on YouTube, but we're talking about people using YouTube like an app. Again, it doesn't work like TikTok does. It's not nearly as good functionally. But since we can say Epstein, and we can say Zionist, and we can say Nazi, it's going to be better on YouTube. It's going to backfire on them that they shut down TikTok, because everybody's going to come here. And the real benefit of TikTok, the real beauty and power of TikTok was the people. So once the people come back here, not you trolls, but the people. Have you got any humans or good spirits in chat? Anybody good in chat? Just a non-chess still? The insults don't really affect anyone anymore. I know you guys have leaned into being Nazis as Trump-Putiners, as pedophiles. The problem is, it's not just an insult. It's letting everyone know you're a Nazi, that you might kidnap them. You might put them in concentration camps. Letting everyone know you're a pedophile, that you might fuck kids. It's just a label that's a useful label so everybody knows that Trump-Putiners are Nazis and pedophiles. Define good spirit. You're not one, dude. Jesus is a good spirit. I just say good spirits in case people who don't identify as human are in the chat. Someone asked James if he knows what a woman is. Isn't that like what Nazis say, though? What is a woman? How is the truth misinformation? Well, they're in an alternate reality. They're Trump zombies. They don't have a mind. They just spew Putin bullshit. Trump aggressively... Hold on, somebody left a long comment. Let me see if it's worth reading. It's Steffelson. I'm still trying to remember if Steffelson's a good person or not. Trump was aggressively licking ice cream cones on his golf course while dozens of children were drowning during the flooding in Texas. No, he killed those kids. He drowned those kids. He probably tried to kidnap some. He might have succeeded in kidnapping some, but he drowned those kids. Meanwhile, Nome was delaying FEMA as long as possible. Yes, well, her instructions were to drown those kids. And, I know nobody gives a shit about Texans. 300 Texans is 300 less Texans is 300 less Texans, right? Nobody gives a flying fuck about Texans, right? We're basically like good riddance Texans, right? I don't know why that is. I guess Texans just suck. For that matter, why doesn't Mexico just annex Texas? Why doesn't Mexico start by taking Texas back? Mexico, come get your kid. Come take Texas. Like, nobody's going to miss it, right? Like, they're not protecting it. Mexicans are the ones who came over and rescued those people. Mexicans illegally crossed the border and rescued all those schoolgirls and Texans that were getting flooded away when Kristi Noem was using all her powers to hold the rescuers back. No, this is a fantastic book. All Oz books are good books. Okay. Well, we'll be shutting down the live soon, I guess. This one is TikTok of Oz. There's 17 original Oz books by L. Frank Baum, the author. I guess I'll stop featuring the book, though, because I have to hold my phone to put the phone charger in. And I have to plug the phone charger into the wall, and I just dropped the cord. So, anyway, thanks for being here. Sorry about the Nazis. Sorry about the dumbass Trump-Putineers. I curse them. I'll curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through the Nazis in the chat. So, I'll curse them and their families and their terrorist networks, their Groyper or Erica Kirk terrorist networks. and then I'll curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. So I just use them as conduits for curses. Um, Return to Oz is the greatest. It is a good movie, but please read the books. The books are easy to read. You can get them at your library in the young adults or children's section, or you can just buy one, or maybe read them free online, or have audiobooks, free audiobooks. Read an Oz book by L. Frank Baum, Baum. Just look up Baum and read or have an Oz book read to you. So you've been here for a month. You've been getting cursed every time. Yeah, I remember you, Joel Phoenix. You'll be coming back whining soon. It's hilarious. Have you called your mom yet? Why do you got so many Asmongold fans in your chat, bro? I don't know what Asmongold is, but that sounds hilarious. Like, tell me what Asmongold is, please, so I can fully get the joke. But they're just Nazis. There's a Nazi infestation on YouTube in general and on my chat, and I know how to deal with them. Like, I curse them, and I'm not removing your curse, dude. There's an easy way for you to remove your curse. Just turn on Trump, okay? You got all sorts of options for turning on Trump. Now that Trump has turned on gun owners, now that the NRA has turned on Trump, you can turn on Trump because of your love of your guns. You got to pick guns or Trump, okay? Trump will take your guns if you don't choose guns now. So guns, choose guns over Trump. Asmongold is a Nazi. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of Nazis in the chat. So you guys got to pick guns over Trump, okay? You got to choose, okay? Like, Trump's going to be going after the NRA soon, so you better take a stand with your NRA brothers and say, look, we're against you Trumpers. You don't even have, just show your gun on a video and talk about it. You don't have to actually use it. Just show your gun on a video, talk about how you're not going to allow Trumpers to come into your house and take your guns. Isn't that what you guys are all the fuck about? Like, this shit isn't hard. Okay, if you're military, you need to know that you're going to side with the people. If you get deployed to Minneapolis or some other city in America, you're going to side with the people and kill the ICE terrorists. Easy peasy. Just talk about it. Just say, yeah, if we get deployed to Minneapolis, we're going to shoot all the ICE terrorists. Just talk about it. Fucking easy, dude. You won't even have to go. And if you do go, you'll just have to shoot a few dozen ICE terrorists. You'll be American heroes. They will make statues to you and put you on coins and shit. Okay, sorry I triggered all the stupid Nazis in chat, and they're just Naziing away. Hillbilly Hellride is bragging that he's been exposed as a pedophile. That's so weird. This guy's probably a gay transvestite. Let's just pin the message. You guys claiming the curses don't work, but you're here and completely miserable. I'm sorry, Stuffelson. Why did I ever doubt you? Did you ever say something that I distrusted before? Am I just confusing you with somebody else? Let's read all Stuffelson's comments. Stuffelson seems great. There was bipartisan legislation written during the Biden era that would have secured the border, but Trump told Republicans to vote no so that he could use immigration as a campaign issue. Totally true. Totally remember that. Had forgotten that till you mentioned it. Thank you for mentioning that. Trump told a 10-year-old girl he would be dating her soon. Oh, he's raped a lot of little boys and girls. And he kills them, too. He told Howard Stern that his cutoff age for women was 12. Yeah, then he goes to girls and babies. He fucks babies, dude. Why do you think he wants to take citizenship away from babies? So he can kidnap thousands of babies for his sex trafficking rings. Trump admitted in an interview that he had underage girls working at his personal... This is all from Stuffelson. Trump admitted in an interview that he had underage girls working at his personal massage parlor in Mar-a-Lago, and that they would sometimes be hired by Epstein to be sex workers. And, this is me, remember the reason why Trump had a falling out with Epstein? Because she stole one of his girls. He stole a girl. He's still mad about him stealing a girl. He sees them as property because he sees them as slaves and potential snuff film stars. Trump admitted he would walk in on underage girls while they were changing in his Miss Teen USA beauty pageant. Trump paid millions in settlements to a 12-year-old and 14-year-old boy. Like, that was from, we knew that 10 years ago. When I posted that on Fashbook put a fact checker button on it to try to make people not look at it or doubt that it was true. And what happened when you clicked the fact checker button? It said, yeah, Trump paid millions of dollars to 12-year-old and 14-year-old boys that he raped. But Anonymous reported on this many years ago. So they're just trying to make it seem like it's not true when we knew it was true many years before 2015. So 15 years ago, let me guess, 12, 13, 15 years ago, at least, we've known Trump rapes little boys. But y'all don't want to talk about it. Okay. What happened to John Wayne? Trump's going to go like his idol in a bunker. Do you believe Virginia Giuffre? Do you believe Sasha Riley? Do you believe Sasha Riley? Why are you even asking about Virginia Giuffre, who wrote a book and is dead? Sasha Riley's alive and putting out content right now. Do you know who Sasha Riley is? Anybody who knows who Sasha Riley is, put a 1 in the chat. I don't know what based means. I don't speak insa-libertarian. I don't speak Nazi or insa-libertarians. I don't know what based means. Okay, Trump fucks kids. I literally looked at your actual name and you have charges. No, I don't. Hillbilly Hellride. That's not true. You're a Nazi. You probably have charges against you for indecent acts with a minor. Trump has charges against you. Trump's paid millions in settlements for indecent acts with 12 and 14-year-old boys. Okay. I forgot what we were doing. But if Trump did all that, why is he the president? Because you're Nazis? Like, why are you a dumbass Nazi supporting a pedophile, child rapist? How did no Democrat prove all this stuff? You clearly have all the facts. Because a lot of them were doing it too. Look, Donica Putinsky. Why do we call Trump Donica Putinsky? Why do we call Trump Donica Putinsky? Because Trump blew Bill Clinton. So Bill Clinton knows what Trump was up to. They were protecting Bill Clinton. Maybe Joe Biden was protecting himself. Okay? Why didn't Joe Biden arrest Trump? Based is anonymous stolen valor? What the fuck? Someone find who this guy is. He has broke the law. Okay, the good, the bad, and the mick. I've seen you before. I'm going to go ahead and curse you. I'm cursing your family. Okay? Report for misinformation. You have no proof. The left often do this, spread lies. Okay, look, dude. What we're doing is you've got parents. You have living parents still, the good, the bad, and the mick. I'm cursing your parents. Okay? Do your parents have a heart condition, cancer? Has one of your parents got a heart condition? Dude, the good, the bad, and the mick. We're talking to you. Do your parents have a heart condition or cancer right now? Do your parents have a heart condition or cancer right now? Do your parents have a heart condition or cancer? Okay, you're laughing about it, but do your parents have a heart condition or cancer right now? Are your parents already dead? Your parents, the good, the bad, and the mick. We're talking about you now. The good, the bad, and the mick, you little Nazi. We're cursing you. You have a 3-month-old channel with 1 subscriber. So we're cursing you, okay? We're not waiting for somebody to track down your channel, your temporary channel, and hunt you down like the Nazi you are. The good, the bad, and the mick. Do you have parents? Do your parents have a heart condition or cancer? I'm getting heart condition for your dad, cancer for your mom. Is that right? Am I right about that? See, you're talking to a witch. And I'm going to steer your life into fucking hell so that you realize you fucked with the wrong one. The good, the bad, and the mick. Your dad's got a heart condition. Your mom's got cancer. Am I right? Scared little bitch. Okay. Yeah, I'm a witch. You want to find out, Lemmy? I'll go ahead and curse you and your family too. You got a mom and dad? Put it in the chat if you got a mom and a dad. You don't have a question, the Mick. You didn't ask a question. Yeah, you didn't ask a question. The good, the bad, and the Mick, you asked 0 questions. I looked through all your comments. There's a 0 question marks. Does your dad have a heart condition? Is your dad already dead? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I'll curse you. I'm cursing all Nazis and Trumputineers in chat. I curse Nazis and Trumputineers. No, nobody lies. Your dad's got a heart condition, doesn't he? You should be calling your dad instead of talking to me. Okay? That's the thing. Instead of trolling me, you should be calling your dad because your dad doesn't have long. You don't have very long to talk to your dad. Oh, yeah, Joel Phoenix wants a more direct curse. He's been cursed 20 times, and he's like, these curses don't work. But Joel Phoenix is going to get a very much more direct curse. Tell us about your family, Joel Phoenix. Because the fun thing about you, Joel Phoenix, if you got hit by a bus, we'd never know, right? It would just be over. We'd never see Joel Phoenix again, and we'd all be happy, and no one would ever miss you. Okay? You remember that? No, that's what I'm saying. Do you have family, though? Let's make an example of your family members. You got a mom or a dad? You got a mom or a dad anywhere? Joel Phoenix, you got a mom or a dad? Which one? Mom or dad? Which one you got? Which one do you live with? Mom or dad? You live with your mom. Okay. You want to get that bitch in the stream? Is that bitch on YouTube? Does your mom have a YouTube account? Oh, you got a wife. LOL, I love with my wife dope. Ha ha ha. I love with my wife dope. Ha ha ha. Oh, I live with my wife. Okay, okay. Well, we'll take your wife. You want to put your wife on the chat? Has your wife got a YouTube account? Do you allow your wife to have a YouTube account? Oh, I just put that there. It's like, you know, like military or football types do. His mom, Caucasian Debris' mom has an OnlyFans. What's your mom's OnlyFans? What's your mom's OnlyFans? You don't want your mom to make any money? No, he lives with his mom, though. No, he lives with his wife, though. Why? You're cursing me. Dude, I'm taking your wife. Put your wife in the chat. I'm going to take her. I'll be taking your wife, you dumb bitch. Put your wife in the chat. Well, I realize why the curses aren't working because I'm going to take your wife away first. Get your wife on the chat. Oh, she's at work. She's at work while you stay at home trolling? Well, when your wife gets home, put your wife in the chat. Oh, I'll curse all Trump Putiners in general. I'm mostly cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. You're just a conduit to curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu because you don't have a mind. You're a Putin-programmed zombie. So there's a direct connection between you and Putin because your mind and your soul are gone. Dude, I'm not scared. He said, LMG, LOL, OMG, dude, stop, be scared. Curse me, you lazy idiot. No, put your wife in the chat. Is your wife at work while you're at home trolling people? Put your wife in the chat. You should call your mom. The curse will still affect your mom. But I might want your wife. Oh, I can take your wife. Put your wife in the chat. Doomscroller, put your wife in. Is she really fat or something? Why do you think I can't take your wife? You think I wouldn't want her? Put her in the chat. Put her in the chat, you scared little bitch. Come back as the account that you use for your wife. Come back with your wife's account. Anyway, we got any TikTok refugees here? Oh, she's home. Okay, put her in the chat. Go just show her the phone with you. She needs to know her husband's a pedophile. You guys don't have kids yet, do you? Oh, okay, your wife's in the chat? Cool. Glock 40. Tell your wife I want to fuck her. You don't want to mess with the witch. Thank you, Anon Chess Lover. Finally, I have a pin-worthy comment. I think this guy lives 2 doors down from me. Did you get your wife in the chat? Did she know that I want to fuck her? I'm going to fuck Joel Phoenix's wife. Who else's wife was I going to fuck? Glock 40. I put a smudge on there.
I put a smudge on my forehead, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger did in Predator. Yeah, okay. Then we're fucking your wife after I fix my teeth. I'll go floss and then I'll fuck her. So AJ Armin has child porn on his hard drive. Haha. And when will you? When can I come back and be like you didn't fuck her? I mean, she probably won't tell you because she'll want to do it again. I mean, the main reason she probably won't tell you is because she doesn't exist. But the entire chat is like NSA light FOH. None of the comments are worth pinning. Low IQ chat. Yeah, it's terrible, dude. Nazis are the stupidest people ever. They're so dumb. I'll fuck their wives, though. I mean, I don't care about that. Saving lives, stealing wives. I'm here for it, honestly. In EMS, we say saving lives, stealing lives. Wait, sorry. Saving lives and stealing wives. Good job, EMS. You guys are heroes. Nick Fuentes is still a virgin. Nick Fuentes is a virgin, and all you manosphere losers glaze Nick Fuentes. Oh yeah, I'm still cursing you. I'll curse your mom. I'll curse you and your mom. But your wife, I'll fuck her. I'll bless your wife with actual orgasms for the first time in her life. Son, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Was Son saying some bullshit? Should I give Son my attention? BB owns all of you. I mean, I don't know. Son might be legit. No, he said some stupid things before. Oh, he's typed in full Russian before. Okay, when Son first arrived on 12/17/126, so he's only been here a couple days, but when Son first arrived, he was typing full Russian using the Russian Cyrillic alphabet. So now let's read all of his comments in Russian. I'm cursing these Nazis with Yobro. Free America from Trump in Russia. Oh, no, you're a Russian, but you're a good Russian. Hold on a second. We've got a good Russian in chat. Hold on, dude. This guy's a good Russian. Here we go. I'm cursing these Nazis with you, bro. Free America from Trump and Russia. Yes, free America from Trump and Russia. Free Russia from Putin. Free Israel from Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. Anti-you, probably the pills y'all stole off them boats to resell. Why you got so many Asmongold fans in your chat, bro? Asmongold is Nazi. Trump gonna go out like John Wayne. What happened to John Wayne? John Wayne was a Nazi. Oh, John Wayne was a Nazi, and he died at old age of stomach cancer, like Bolsonaro's dying of a stomach disease. That's interesting. Trump of the tropics, Bolsonaro, who did a J8 in Brazil, but Brazil actually locked his ass up and banned him from politics, like we should have done in America. And he's dying in home confinement of a stomach cancer. Trump tried to rescue him. Trump tried to um, kidnap him, whatever you want to call it. Trump tried to help him escape from home confinement and failed. Mama Luigi is a furry and a troll. Is Mama Luigi somebody in the chat? Mama Luigi wants to date Emily Eustace. Trumpers are all fatherless. A true Celtic person would never support Trump. The IRA kicked you out of Ireland. Yep. Ireland's one of the places that hate Trump. Learn geography. Exactly. Ireland's for real. This entire chat is like NSA light. FOH. None of the comments are worth pinning. Low IQ chat. BB owns all of you. You're on BB's platform. He also owns Trump and Putin. You all lose. I mean, yeah, this is net and YouTube. I call it net and YouTube because it's net and YouTube. Yeah, obviously. Like, what did they ban me for here on, not ban me, what did they strike me for on YouTube? My response to Charlie Kirk. You know? Oh, yeah, I understand it, and you're fine. I misread Son's comment. My bad, bro. Dude, you guys are on the same team. We're on the same team. There's never any animosity between us. There's huge amounts of animosity, and sometimes it even flares up between us because we misunderstand each other. And that's the only reason. And we should all have grace and understanding that when we misunderstand each other, it's just because Trump sucks, dude. If Trump wasn't here, we wouldn't have any, if Trump and the Trumpism, Trump Putin here, we're in here. Fuck ICE. There we go. We got an American in chat. We got a good person in chat. If Trump wasn't here, dude, we wouldn't have any, once Trump is gone, the post-Trump, post-Netanyahu, post-Putin world is going to be beautiful and fantastic. So let's not let anything come between us between now and then. that wouldn't come between us if Trump was gone. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, get your wife on the chat. I'm a real witch. Get your wife on the chat. She's going to want to have sex with me, and she's welcome to. I'll have sex with her just because she's your wife and because that will ruin your relationship. I probably don't want her. I probably won't even be attracted to her. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll have sex with her just to ruin your relationship. So we're making this personal, Joel Phoenix. Put your wife in the chat, you cuck. Put your wife in the chat, you cuck. I don't see Mrs. Phoenix yet. I mean, she's probably an imaginary trans furry roommate girlfriend who goes to another school like Tyler Robinson had. But I'm not seeing even an account. So I think you're just a lying Nazi. Okay. Sorry about the Nazis in chat. We're really here to recommend how am I a cuck for letting me fuck your wife? I don't know. I don't know. Like, you can't stop it. So I guess your wife's not in the chat yet, can you? Can your wife hear me on the phone? You went to another room to hide, didn't you? Your wife can't hear me telling you that I want to fuck your wife? That I'm going to fuck your wife? Your wife can't hear that? Dude, nobody's cursing you. I'm going to fuck your wife. It's much better than cursing you. Your mom's probably going to get the curses. Don't worry about that. You should have called your mom, minutes ago. Blink 3 times if your boyfriend beat you up last night. Did you guys hear about Peter Thiel killing his boyfriend, throwing him out a window? He was trying to Peter Thiel was trying to get a looks maxer to come be his boyfriend. Peter Thiel's the one who sponsors JD Vance. Probably fucks JD Vance too. The guy who sponsors and fucks JD Vance, Peter Thiel, tried to get a looks maxer to come to one of his parties, and the looks maxer was like, no, because he's like 20 years old. He didn't want to fuck a 60-year-old man. And Peter Thiel got all butthurt about it. Hashtag excellent. What's your excellent comment? Fuck ICE. That's crazy. The translation, there's this translation bot that puts a little translation thing next to people's comments. I used to think it was a Nazi symbol because so many Nazis were commenting. I thought it was just a Nazi symbol they were putting in chat. But actually, it's a translation bot symbol. So when you typed F-ICE, fuck ICE, which I use as a hashtag, by the way, F-ICE. Since you typed F-ICE, it came up as translation excellent, which I think is funny. MAGA comes up as self. If people type MAGA, it comes up as self. So I don't know what it's translating from. JD Vance is, well, we don't say retard here in America. That's something, Russians say that. But in America, we haven't said that word in about 40 years. So when someone says retard in America, it just makes you look like a Russian. Okay? Just so you know, Glock 40. JD Vance is a complete idiot, couch fucking Nazi piece of shit. But, we can just say he's an idiot. No, I'm not trying to get Iranians killed. I do think I should have a Venezuela flag. But I'm not trying to get Iranians killed. That's a Trump thing. Never do anything that Trump does. That's your rule of thumb. Trump's the Antichrist. Jesus is the opposite of Trump. So if you just choose the opposite of Trump, then you'll find Jesus. You're welcome. And Jesus can save you from all the evil, Trump, Antichrist, evil, pedophile shit. You could actually have sex with dudes and stuff. You could have sex with dudes or people your age, You could have sex in healthy ways that don't make you into child molesters. Not all Russians are bad. No, I just mean the Russians who support Putin are the stupidest people on the fucking planet. And yeah, they managed to trick, the KGB managed to trick our FBI into being the Timu KGB. The KGB managed to trick, our entire government into going full Trump Putineer Nazi. So yeah, they're stupid too. Trump Putineers are even stupider than Russians in that regard because they're the ones who got tricked. But the Russians are the ones trying to do more genocide. So they're stupider in that way. And the Zionists are even stupider because they're being tricked by the Trump Putineers into doing a genocide. And the Trump Putineers will very quickly, you can see Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Matt Gaetz, all those types are already gearing up for when they're going to go genocide the Jews, get back to genociding the Jews like they were doing 80 years ago. Still no wife. Still no wife, dude. I don't see your wife. Does your wife know I want to fuck her yet? Does your wife know that I'm willing to go fuck her? Like, I'll take a plane, whatever, and go fuck your wife. Or she can take a plane here, and I'll fuck her. Does she know that yet? Joel thinks he's not cursed, yet he's unable to leave. Yeah, just begging for it, dude. Instead of typing read Romans 13 real quick if you claim to be Christian, which I don't claim to be Christian, so you're not telling me to do a damn thing. But if you're saying read Romans 13 real quick and you type that 3 times in the chat, why not just type Romans 13, dude? I would read it. Just type it out if you think it matters, if you think it cares. But check it out. Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. I'm not impatient. I don't really want to fuck his wife. I just... Nobody really wants to fuck his wife. That's why he's so miserable. That's why she's so miserable. His wife is there at home right now. I've been talking about fucking her. Okay? I've been talking about fucking her for like 5 minutes. His dumbass is not going to fuck his wife. He's going to sit here and chat and troll. Dude, you know I'm going to fuck his wife a lot better than he ever has. You know that's going to make his wife leave him. He's just a dumbass. All Trump Putiners are total dumbasses. Words have a meaning. You can steal African people's magic, anyone. You can't steal African people's magic anymore. Yeah, I do my own magic. I do fairy magic. I do magic for the goddess, for Jesus. Yeah, Nazis, dude. Dude, they're all Nazis. I'm sorry, the Full Metal Titan. I've got lots of Nazis in the chat. Some of them brag about being pedophiles. Some of them brag about being Nazis. They never argue with each other. So they're all fine with the ones who brag about being Nazis, and they're all fine with the ones who brag about being pedophiles. To me, they're all Nazis and pedophiles. So the fact that you're not a Nazi and a pedophile, certainly appreciate that. Sorry about the Nazis and pedophiles in chat. I only use them to curse them, and I'll fuck their wives. I'm Tyrone. I'm gonna fuck your wife. Long dick style. Only Bibi and Putin can do that. They have the artifacts. What are we talking about? Bibi and Putin can do. See, Hillbilly, who tried to say that I was a pedophile, is now putting Nazi things in chat. He's a pedophile. The FBI, who promised to be here on the live, should notice that this guy's not only a pedophile, because all their accusations are projections, and he's probably got child porn on his hard drive, but he's putting Nazi symbols in chat. I mean, he's part of a terrorist network. If the FBI wants to stop terrorism, and if the FBI is not wanting to stop terrorism, then whichever agent is watching this live now is enabling the terrorism, because it's very obvious that Nazi pedophiles are in this chat. And are they sounding the alarm? Are they sending out the other agents? No, because they're a traitor. And when FBI agents of the future, or whatever agents we have in the future, looks over their evidence, looks over their work, they'll see that the FBI agent who's watching this live right now is a fucking traitor, Trump Putin, pedophile, Nazi terrorist supporter as well. He probably coordinates the pedophile, Nazi terrorist cells online because, he's, a plant, because he's monitoring them, like they say about Trump, that he was the snitch. Snitches get stitches. Even if what you're supposedly snitching on is a child predator ring, especially when you're not snitching on that child predator ring. Instead, you've gone to the other side. It's like being, a cop who's embedded with a drug gang, and then you start killing cops for the drug gang because, you're in too deep or whatever. That's what these FBI are like. They're actually protecting pedophile networks because that's who they are now. Real voodoo. None of you know what that looks like. But you know what, sons? They can look for the video on the ICE voodoo doll, because in New Orleans they put ICE voodoo dolls up and all the ICE agents started getting sick and they left. So we've got voodoo practitioners and other magic practitioners everywhere. I curse the fuck out of them. And I feel, I don't know who else died on that plane crash recently. There was a plane crash that actually killed people in a law firm who have sued Trump. So you're like, oh man, killed the wrong people. I don't know who else was on the plane. But Greg Biffle and his family. Greg Biffle was a Trump supporter. He's dead. His family's dead. I had a friend in Casper, Wyoming who made wands and could do magic. Cool. Yeah, my ex-wife is a famous witch. I'm also a witch, but I'm not famous in that way. You have a personal bias. That makes no sense. What were we talking about? Bibi and Putin, that they have the artifacts. Only Bibi and Putin can do that. They have the artifacts. What is that? It's interesting how the two important people in the chat have bright green profile pics. So if I want to read comments, all I have to do is read the comments by the bright green profile pics. Joel Phoenix went to go fuck his wife. What a dumbass. He'll be back in like 30 seconds. If your wife wants to have real sex, hit me up. Oh wait, the Full Metal Titan. If he's still here, they were cool. But anyway, we'll be shutting down the live in the next 5 or 10 minutes. This is just supposedly just to welcome TikTok refugees back to YouTube, but I don't know if they've started getting here yet. They are shutting down TikTok, or people with any type of conscience won't be able to be on TikTok much longer. So, Net and YouTube should be the beneficiary of all those refugees. If anybody read, um, wrote any good comments and I missed them, just put an emoji in the chat and I'll go back and read all your comments. It looks like we're almost done. We've been live for about an hour, which is as long as I ever go live for. And we can shut it down a little early and it'll post faster since no one else is commenting. But welcome to Net and YouTube, TikTok refugees. They did fire Greg Bovino today. He'll be spending the rest of his life running away from mobs. No, I don't have a live schedule. I just go live sometimes, usually in the middle of the night. An hour and all you got was Nazis. I mean, I didn't only get Nazis. The only people who mattered were Suns 3TSH3R. Suns Sunset Sherbsky. Sunset Sherbsky, is that right? The only people that mattered were Sunset Sherbsky and Anon Chess Lover and maybe one or two others. But I mean, that's pretty good for my life. Like I said, it's been jam-packed with Nazis for years. They just put a bunch of Nazis in here. Yeah, look up the Church of Judas. Thank you, Anon Chess Lover. Look up the hashtag Church of Judas. We're replacing all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. So just look up Church of Judas. Judas Church replaces all the Christianity. Replaces all Christianity and other like pseudo-Christianity things like Scientology and Mormonism and stuff. So Church of Judas replaces all that. Anybody that comes from a tradition where Jesus was honored, or anybody that claims to honor Jesus, they all get replaced by the Church of Judas. God bless you too, Anon Chess Lover. Is it Anon Chess Lover Anon? Anon Chess Lover Anon. Catholic. Beers, steers, and queers. Catholic. I know that's not what he says in that Ministry or Revolting Cock song, but that's the way I always heard it. Beers, steers, and queers. Catholic. Anyway, Church of Judas replaces the Catholic Church. Church of Judas replaces the Russian Orthodox Church. Church of Judas replaces the Evangelical Church. Church of Judas replaces all the churches. It's just fun to go ahead and trigger people by mentioning their churches in specific. Russian Orthodox, I think we should go ahead and start calling ICE on Russian Orthodox churches. I think that'll be fun. See what happens there in synagogues. Synagogues and Russian Orthodox churches, see what happens when we call ICE on them. And tip their hand a few months early. So us Irish you don't like. No, I'm Irish myself, dude. Probably more Irish than you. No, I'm Scotch-Irish. So you're probably more Irish than me. But the fact that you're Catholic, that's not because you're Irish, dude. You guys were Irish before you were Catholic. So you're going to be Irish after the Church of Judas replaces the Catholic Church. You were Catholics. Yeah. Nobody's going to be Catholics anymore. It's not like the Irish Catholics are going to be not Catholic anymore. You might be the first Catholics to not be Catholic anymore, be Church of Judas. Look up the Gospel of Judas. You can look up my book, the Book of Judas, or you can look up my hashtag, the Church of Judas. But we're replacing your church. You're welcome. You're welcome. Wouldn't you rather not have priests abusing your kids? You're welcome. You're welcome. Like, we're replacing your church. We're replacing the Catholic Church. This is what Jesus told Judas to do. I'm like the only person doing it right now, but I've been doing it for about 5-10 years, and it's catching on. It'll start catching on. The programmers put 88 everywhere. Well, it's their Hitler sign, because H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so they put 88 to be HH. It's their Hitler. They're Nazis. Scotch is a potable liquid. Whatever, Scotch Irish. Don't they call it Scotch Irish? In the Bible, yeah, but in the Gospel of Judas, Judas' side of the story, Judas is the hero. Judas replaces all these evil Christian churches. This was a plan Jesus set up. Jesus would be terrible if he let all these Christian churches do all these evil things and he didn't have a plan. Well, Jesus does have a plan. Check out the Church of Judas. Check out hashtag Church of Judas on YouTube for the content. Yeah, Judas turns out to be the good guy. Judas replaces all patriarchy Christianity. Just like we got to replace Trump talk with TikTok. We got to rescue TikTok from Trump and Netanyahu. And we got to rescue YouTube from Netanyahu. We got to rescue YouTube from being net and YouTube. Okay. I think that's all we're going to talk for today. I'll go live later probably, but check out my content, comment on my content. We can stay in touch that way. But thank y'all for being here. Sorry about the Nazis. Sorry about the Trump-Putin Nazis. At least they all confirmed that they're all Nazis. They're all pedophiles, they're all Nazis, and they're all Trump. That's what Trump-Putin are. Pedophile Nazis. So they've all confirmed that. You've been able to see all that in the chat. What's 999 for? Is that like a fairy number? Angel number? What's 999 for? There's 9 people supposedly in the chat, although YouTube always underestimates that. It'll say there's 2 people when there's like 15 people actively commenting. Oh, thanks for checking out my content, Ethan. Are you just coming back to YouTube from TikTok? Do you know how silly religious people sound? Well, Christianity is a fake religion. Christianity was a trap. Christianity was designed as a trap. When you say religious people, you probably mean different types of Christians. People of other religions, how many of you talk to, and how many of them sound silly? You know, probably none. But Christians do, because Christianity is a fake religion. But Church of Judas replaces Christianity and makes it a real religion. And does pretty much the opposite of most of what Christianity did. Instead of trying to spread around the world and convert everybody, it's going to try to restore the cultures that it tried to destroy before. That's what the real Christianity is going to do. Okay. Well, TikTok sucks now, worse than they ever have before, which is why I expect everybody's going to be coming back to YouTube. And we'll actually have some great conversations here now that everybody's not over on TikTok. We can actually talk to people because people will be coming back to YouTube. So anyway, check out my other content. Please comment on my content so we can stay in touch. And I'll see you in the next live. I go live at any random time, so look out for me. See y'all soon. I'm going to do the Judas blessing for you. Goddess bless you, Judas bless you. Sorry, got the order wrong. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Jesus bless you, Judas bless you. I bless you. Bless yourself. Thanks for the book recommendation. Yeah, read any Baum books. Read any Oz books by Baum. Really start with The Marvelous Land of Oz so that the biggest spoiler won't get spoiled by the other books. But read The Marvelous Land of Oz, or The Wizard of Oz is the very first book. The Marvelous Land of Oz, or read my book, The Book of Judas by Andrew Harris, for the Judas stuff. I hope you like it. Or just check out my content, Church of Judas, on YouTube. Hashtag Church of Judas. Jurassic bless you. Now got changed from nah. Okay. See y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.